report. I want to show you how to create a report, right, with the access. First, we said I have the database for the car and I want to list all the services, okay, that I give out today. So first you need to create a queries, right, and then from there, after you have the query, then you create a report of the query. So I'm going to do from query design. So let me say we need to have the customer car service table, because this table contains the date and the service ID. Then we know, right, service date, and that's what we need, and service ID. So we have all the services that we give out today, and give to what is the card I give to. I can do the customer car ID. Okay. Now I can look at the payment status too, if it's being paid or not. Right. So now we can start to put criteria, which is today. So today, like, we can also create parameters, right, to enter. Then it's not always today. We can look at yesterday and the day before. So I'm going to use this. If you want to do today, you can just put the date right here. But now we can just parameter, right? Name, date. So now when we use parameter, we have to make sure it's equals to date. If we don't put equals, so there's gonna be a problem with is try to match exactly to word date, which we're not gonna have the word date, right? So that's why we want to just compare the values. That's why we want to have equals here. Now Seamless works fine. We're gonna save this query, say service list by date. Let's run it. It should pop up the date. So let's say today, what are the services? I have to give the data type. I forget to check the data type here, right? Has to be date and time, correct? With the parameters. So the data type is not correct. So this should work. So October 15, 2014. There you go. Services, right? I gave out today, and none of them being paid yet. Now let's run the query one more time. We gotta look at, since we use parameters, then I can look at yesterday also. So those are the services that I gave out yesterday and the status of the payments. You see, it's going to be very useful, right? This type of database, right? Then you can do collecting on your bills, right? Now I want to make a report now, right? I have the query. So create a report. We can use the wizard to help. So we can create a report out of the table itself or out of the query. So now I want the query because I want to create a report, which is the services to the car by date. So I want to show everything with the status of the payment. So I pick other fields. And I can also do grouping. I want to group by service date, which is today, and the list of services. Okay. Now ascending can be by, if you want to know payment status, the paid first, or like now I didn't have anything being paid, so I pick that. You can look at the layout, like block, like outline, step it. Let's see what it looks like for block. And that's going to be a report name. And click finish. Just go prompt for the date. I'm going to put yesterday. So you may see that's grouped by a date, right? So that means actually you can do more than one day. If I don't use parameter, it's going to group by date, several dates. right? And this is sort by payment status, come first, right? Now, like this service date, you may not need it anymore because it's grouped by date. What you can do, you can just switch to your design view here, and you can just delete it out. Then it's not going to show. So with date, and you can always adjusting this, changing the name. And this is just like when you do on the form now. You can just adjusting, change the color, change the font size and style, that what we did look at last time. Customer car service. This can be service name and car make. Like just, and you can also change the color, put the logo. Like you can insert images of your organizations. For now I'm going to use just a template. Oh, let's get some images. I'm going to use this one. So right click and save the image as. I'm going to put it under pictures and VCC. So now we can actually insert like images or logo of the organizations. I just happen to have small one that I copy. So it depends on your original image size too. Now car make. Alright, so let's preview a little bit. Put a date. Okay, so this is just a simple easy report services that you give out for today date, right? List of services. So that's how you do a report. How to create report again. Now I want to include the statistics information, like the total price. That could be statistic sum, right? Sum of the total. So how do we do that? Of course we need to look at, now at this point I'm going to create a new query. I don't need to do by date. I can do group by date. That means all the dates. I want to see how much for each date that I have, right, earned by the services. So that is a statistics that I need. So I'm going to query design and the same table customer car service, right? So we go back to this table. I need to select the date, service date, and also select the. See, when you do report, you always have to do query first, right? And it's not always, but most likely, right, to customize your report by the query. And then I want to have this service name, right, and the car name, and then the payment status. Now, the query that we have is only involved with one table. I'm not going to get a cost from here. I need to get a cost from the service table, so I need to drag and link that back and get a cost from here. Right, so then I should be able to include the cost now per each service, because we're going to summarize the report. Now let's test that first. I get a cost here. Now I can do summarize by date, right? Then you don't have to do manually adding here. Our report is going to do it for you. then you know the revenue by date. So what we can do next is be ready for the report. So let me save the query first. So this is going to be revenue, right, by date. Okay, so go to create report wizard from revenue by date, show everything, and you want to group by can we group by service or by date? If we group by service, that means I do revenue by service, right? That could do too. If I want to group by customer car, so that means I know revenue by customer. Each customer, how much they pay me, right? All the dates, I don't care. But this is by service, right? Now, actually, I want to do group by date, right? Show me more. When I use templates, sometimes it didn't prompt me for that. Let's try again, create a report wizard by date. So we want everything. Next, we want to do service by. Here asking how do you want to view your data. So there are two levels. We want to add a group in state, okay? So by date. Now ascending, you can ascending by service name or payment status. Last time I did, right? Next, so we were using block layout last time, so let's look at how it looks for Stepit. So this is report, it's named revenue service, right? Car service revenue by date, group by date. They don't like me to name like that. By date then. Revenue by date. Okay. Oh, one thing that I forget to do the statistics. It should add yeah, and by date. So let's redo this one more time, including that report. So we want to do group by date. Grouping options. Option is happen to pick the month. That's why it's only show you by month, right? So you can do by day, week, hour, minutes. Let's see options for normal. And this should have summary options. This is where I'm going to do cost. I want to sum it. See that? So the statistics, that's what I want to see. Sort by payment status. Okay, so last time we used block. I think block works fine. Let's use block again here. I'm going to name revenue sum. Seem like it's just space is not enough here. Let's do the layout view here, adjusting this a little bit. So it's just